Hello, I am Mani Malarvannan. In this video, we will look into the future of NFT marketplaces. We can learn about the current NFT marketplaces and where we are going in the next year. This year is 2025. We will see what are all the changes that are already started happening and what are all the changes that's going to happen in the near futures, like 2026 and 2027 and beyond. So the current NFT landscape. See, one of the main complaints many users are complaining about purchasing NFT tokens is the high transaction fee. It doesn't matter whether it is a Ethereum transaction, Ethereum blockchain, or Solana, or any other blockchains. One of the main issue is the transaction fee they need to pay to purchase the NFT token. So the NFT token is going to have one price, and then on top of it, they have to pay certain amount of transaction fee based on the network traffic, and that is the main complaints many customers they are saying right now using the various NFT marketplaces. And the second complaint is the fragmented ecosystem. So what I mean by fragmented ecosystem is there are many NFT marketplaces exist. Some of them focused on Ethereum blockchain, some of them focused on Solana, some of them are many other blockchains. Within that, it is difficult for a user once they purchase a token from one blockchain, they cannot easily transfer into a different blockchain. And there are many technical and management type restrictions that are there for user to share their NFTs with their friends and family if they are in a different network. And another thing is the important point is the user interface. They need to understand how the wallet works, NFT wallets, basically the blockchain wallet works, and then they have to know how to use them to purchase NFT tokens. And also, once they have a wallet for one particular blockchain, they cannot transfer it to their own blockchain, own wallet in a different blockchain. So each blockchain has its own wallet, and they cannot transfer between those wallets, and they need to have multiple different restrictions using different wallets based on what blockchain they are using. So all those things are very difficult for customers to purchase NFT tokens. And another thing is the regulatory requirements. Still, within US, the rules are still evolving. What constitutes the NFT and what can be sold and what can be purchased. Even though there are market exist, and still it is not protected by the stock market. For example, if you are going to purchase a stock, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, then there are certain rules and restrictions that are very clearly established. But for NFTs, there is no such rules are there. Still, the rules are evolving and the technology is maturing. And the artificial intelligence also putting a dent on how these NFTs are created and sold among various marketplaces. So emerging technology trends in the NFT marketplaces, what I see is the cross-chain interoperability. So as I said in the beginning of this presentation, there are various restrictions using NFTs beyond one blockchain. But there are technologies are coming up. Many companies are working to create technologies. So once the technology is in place, then you can able to easily transfer your blockchain easily transfer your NFT tokens from one blockchain to a different blockchain. And also the fees, there are many technologies are coming and there are technologies already implemented so that customers don't have to pay high transaction fees to purchase the NFTs. So that's also coming in various technologies. And also the improving the scalability for higher transaction volumes. It's basically, if you are familiar with the blockchain, we have discussed in many previous videos what is the transaction fee, how it changes based on when you interact with the blockchain. So if you have any questions, please go and watch those videos. And also I'll provide links, and please post your comments if you have any questions. It's basically when you are going to use the blockchain, your transaction fee changes. So, for example, during the high value transaction, during the high volume transaction time, if you are trying to purchase, then you have to pay more transaction fee than the lower volume transaction times. So, you have to understand all those from the customer point of view to reduce your transaction fee. So there are many technologies are coming, but still there is one of the issue. So the layer two solutions. So again, this layer two solution we explained in many videos. Please go and see if you have any questions. It's basically you have a main blockchain, and if you try to transact the like purchasing NFT token, sending money in the main blockchain, then you have to pay more transaction fee. So there are secondary solutions which is called layer 2 solution happens. So instead of paying high transaction fee, you pay lower transaction fee, and ultimately all your transaction will be sent to the main blockchain. So this technology exists, and more and more companies are trying to come up with new tools to use this technology to ultimately reduce the transaction fee that customers are going to pay when they are purchasing the NFT tokens. So that is a significant move I am seeing in the industry that is happening. And another important aspect is the advancement in the smart contract application. Again, if you have any questions about what is smart contract application, there are many videos we have posted in this channel. Please take a look. So it's within that the programmable NFTs that are going to change. So what I mean by programmable NFT is this NFT is not static. For example, if you purchase a NFT, that value changes based on many attributes that are associated with that NFT. So all those programmable NFTs are all coming up, and that's going to change the landscape of NFT marketplaces sooner than later. And also, the smart contract application that supports these NFT tokens are also changing with very specific rules, what needs to be changed, when those changes can happen. All those from the customer you can understand, and you can read about it. You can then decide if you want to purchase the NFT token or not. So it's basically from the customer point of view, the customer can understand every details about an NFT before they purchase the NFT token. And this improves the security of the NFT token also. Nobody can able to cheat trying to put a fake NFTs, because that's again one of the major problem in the last many years. If you see, there are many companies they've created fake NFTs, and once customers purchase it, they dump all the NFTs and they move on. So that's the main issue in the NFT marketplaces. But in the future, those type of companies cannot operate, and also there is a legal frameworks are coming up to reduce those type of activities in the near future. So, and another important aspect of the NFT marketplaces is enhanced user experience. See, again, we discussed in the beginning of this presentation, it is not easy to interact with the NFT. Once you purchase it, if you want to showcase that NFT to your friends and family, it's not easy. All your wallet that you have, your private wallet that holds the NFT token, that's all. If you want to display it or basically give a read-only access to some user, some of your friends and family, or put it in your website, it's not easy. There are ways to do it, but there are technologies coming up to make sure that you can use proper user interface to create those NFTs for you. And also there is a mobile first design, because like many people, pretty much everybody have a cell phone. So right, so if you want to access the NFT marketplaces using your cell phone, It's not easy. Right now, you can access it, but in the future, the experience is going to be improved a lot more so that any user can interact with the NFT marketplaces to purchase, to showcase the NFT for their friends and family, and they can still secure that NFT because once you have the private key is exposed, then whoever got your private key, they can able to steal your NFTs. So you need to make sure that you are not doing it, and also the applications, marketplaces, the technology needs to support that. And another important aspect is the streamlining onboarding. If any new users are coming into the NFT marketplaces, they need to understand how to use the NFT marketplace, how to purchase it. So there are new technologies are coming up to ease the onboarding experience for the customers, and also to have an intuitive navigation. Again, the user interface, UI, UX design comes into play for this uh, item. If we do not have a proper user interface, it's very difficult for anybody to use the application. For example, if we take artificial intelligence and machine learning, those technologies have existed more than 30, 40 years. But when ChatGPT came up with a very simple interface for people to use the chat box to type in some question and get responses that create the entire AI marketplace. Like that, in NFT marketplaces, that's going to happen sooner than later. So there are companies working on those technologies, and once those technologies are in place, you can able to use the NFT marketplaces to purchase, to share, to showcase the NFTs that you already purchased. And financial models and monetization. So one other aspect of NFT is this they are coming up is the dynamic pricing. Right now, most of the NFTs are static. Basically, once you purchase the NFT or whenever you purchase the NFT, the price is going to be same. The price may go up based on the users, number of users or want to purchase the NFT, just like a stock market and individual stock. But in the dynamic pricing capabilities, within a single day, based on how many users wants to purchase one particular NFT token, the price may go up or down, and also over a period of time the price can fluctuate. So those type of NFTs are all coming up, and the market, various NFT marketplaces are going to support those type of NFTs. And also innovative royalties. For example, once you have an NFT, you want to have that NFT price goes up. That is one way of like appreciate that NFT appreciates once you purchase, after you purchase the NFTs. The other aspect is you can able to showcase your NFTs to gain some financial advantages. For example, if you have a NFT token for a music festival, then you can use the NFT to get some pricing discounts if you go and attend the concert. And also you can showcase that by wearing that NFT by physical within your shirt or pant or hat, whatever it could be. So there are technologies coming up so that only whoever has the ownership of the NFT can able to get those type of merchandise from the marketplaces, and you can showcase it when you go to a concert, music concert. And another aspect of the NFT ownership is coming is fractional ownership. So what I mean by fractional ownership is that if the NFT is say $1,000 and you have only $250, and you have your close friends or family, three other people want to join, you four can own the NFTs. So like that, the technology is there, but it's not in the mainstream yet. So it could be easy for four people to join and own one NFT, and they can co-own it, and nobody can make a decision in this case because everybody has the equal ownership of that NFT. Say if the NFT is $1,000 and $250 provided by one person, then if that one person want to sell, he or she can't sell it, that the three other person needs to accept the condition, and they all have to decide and they can able to sell it. So those type of fractional ownership NFTs are coming up, and also marketplaces are coming up with subscription models. Basically, if you pay a flat fee, then you can have other benefits of buying in discount or initial NFT offerings. Whenever a popular artist posts a NFT, you as a subscribed member, you can able to access those NFTs and purchase those NFTs even before the general audience sees those NFTs. The regulation is very complex in the crypto. We discussed in other our previous videos. We have exclusive videos we have in this channel. If you want to learn more about the regulatory environmental considerations and issues, you can go and view those videos. The framework around the NFTs are still evolving. So the government and the private entities are working to come up with, but it is not clear, it is not fully developed, just like stock markets, because stock market has been in the existence for the over the 80, 90 years. So it has a very rigid legal frameworks for people to purchase stocks and sell stocks. But NFTs are not like that. So they are still work in progress, and eventually those technologies will come into play, and then it's going to make easy for the user to purchase and own NFTs. And another important aspect that are coming up is the NFT marketplaces are coming up with the KYC, know your customer, and AML, the smart contract audits. It's basically know your customer is they need to know who the customers are coming, whether it's a customer individual human being is logging into their website and purchasing, or they have bots trying to sneak around and trying to find if there is any way they can able to steal the NFTs. So all those technologies are coming, and there are the smart contract audits are coming up, so that if there is any loopholes within the within the smart contract application that is deployed in the blockchain, that could be find out and fix it rapidly, even before it is exploited by the bad actors, those who want to use the blockchain and steal the NFTs. It happened. If you see the news, the many cases that happened in the past, but the technology is coming up to completely avoid. I don't know if it is possible to completely avoid, but there are ways technology is coming up with to reduce those type of activities. And another complaint in the overall crypto marketplace is how much energy is being spent on creating NFTs or any type of transaction that is happening in the blockchain. So those are all the genuine concerns, and there are green certifications are coming up with a different technology to use less resources so that it doesn't affect the environmental impact when they create transaction in blockchain. So there are many technologies are coming up. One is the eco-friendly networks like Tezos that use the proof of stake. And right now, Ethereum 2, the latest Ethereum changes, that is also using proof of stake. And again, we described what's the difference between proof of stake versus other ways of creating transaction. If anybody is interested, they can go to the videos in this channel, and you can listen and understand. And again, if you have any questions about this, please let us know. We'll be happy to help you. And the metaverse and gaming integration. See, one of the main aspect of owning the NFT is that in the metaverse, you can able to showcase you are the owner of the NFT. You are the proud owner of the NFTs. So you should be able to do it. The technologies are coming up, and in the last 2 years, the metaverse started coming up, but right now, because of the AI, all the money is going towards the AI technologies. The various startups are working on AI, but in the near future, those things will come back to metaverse. One way or the other, you can able to seamlessly integrate with the real world, with the virtual world, and you can able to showcase whatever the NFTs you purchased to your fans and audiences. All those are all going to happen sooner than later. So once you have, say for example, if you are going to a virtual music concert, whatever the NFTs that are sold by that particular band, you can able to showcase if and only if you are the owner of that NFT. So for that, they need to immerse your physical assets that you have within your wallet, the NFTs, and when you present yourself in the virtual world, then only you can able to showcase that particular NFT because you are the owner of it. If you don't have the NFT and if you are not the owner of the NFT, then you can't showcase. So all those integration in metaverse are happening. The companies are working on those technologies. Eventually, those type of technologies will come in the near future so that you can able to use the NFT tokens that you purchased to showcase in the live and virtual events. The future is, again, it's happening. There are a lot of companies are working on these technologies, and it is a question of time how soon it's going to happen. And it is going to happen no matter what, because all these changes in within the NFT marketplace are going to happen. So as a beginner, if you want to learn more about those technologies, I would say listen various videos in this channel or whatever your favorite YouTube channel. You can go and listen or read blogs. And also in our website, we have various blogs talks about a detailed discussion about NFT tokens, how to create, how to understand NFT tokens. You can go and read those blogs and understand and decide what you need to purchase if you decide to purchase it. So innovation is happening in the NFT marketplaces. As I said earlier, many companies are working on to fix the issues that we described in this presentation and coming up with a unified solution for all the issues. And also the NFT companies, marketplaces are working so that they can able to attract customers all over the world. Again, there are many issues because where you are logging from, which country you are logging from to NFT marketplace, then the NFT marketplaces need to understand the legal framework from where the user is logging in. Say, for example, if I am logging in from US, there are certain rules and regulations they need to follow. If they are logging it from India or Singapore, they need to follow those rules and regulations. So there are a lot of challenges are there, but companies are working, NFT marketplaces are working to fix those issues and ultimately make sure that the customers they can able to log in from wherever they are, and they should be able to get seamless experience of understanding and ultimately purchasing the NFT tokens. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. And also, we have a website analyticket.com and there are various blogs exist. Please go visit those and read those blogs. If you have any questions, post it in this YouTube channel. We'll be happy to help you, or you can send us an email. We'll be happy to help you. And at the end, please subscribe to this channel and help us grow. And thanks for your time. Appreciate. Bye.